I One of the many questions I'm asked by my students is, where can I practice English? I don't know anybody. I don't speak with people who speak English. There's nobody surrounding me. I live in an environment where there isn't English. And the only time I get to practice English is when I'm talking with you, which is fine, but I only see you once or maybe twice a week. So how can I practice English? Because, as we all very well know, practice makes perfect. Well, you'll see on the screen there, I have ChatGPT. Now, a lot of people say, oh, ChatGPT is going to replace tutors. It's not. But I tell you this, it is a very, very good tool. And I use it a lot in my practice. I use it for helping me prepare classes, to source information. But also I found something it can do that will help you as the student. It will help you practice speaking English. So if you don't already have ChatGPT, you'll see a slide here, and it'll be on the transcript notes as well. Go to openai.com, and just set up a free account there. And you'll have an account for GP. When you open it, you will see a page something like this. So we're going to use ChatGPT to work two ways. I'm going to talk to it, and it's going to talk to me. So in order for that to happen, make sure my microphone is connected. And if you see here, I'm going to a button in the middle here which says use voice mode. So let me press that, and we'll transfer to voice mode. Hi ChatGPT, can we practice English together?
Absolutely, we can do that. I'm happy to help you practice. What would you like to focus on today? We can do some conversation, maybe practice pronunciation, or even work on grammar. Just let me know.
First of all, let's practice on conversation. Would you like to ask me some questions? I will respond to them, and then you can correct me for both my grammar and my pronunciation. And please make it about B2 level. I'm not very good, okay?
Of course, that sounds great. Let's start with something simple. Can you tell me about your favorite hobby and why you enjoy it?
My favorite hobby is probably working on things like preparing videos. Why do I enjoy it? I, excuse me, technically, I love playing with software and bits and pieces, but not very good.
That sounds like a fun hobby. You did really well there. Just a tiny correction. Instead of saying, why do I enjoy it? You could say, I enjoy it because I love playing with the software. But overall, that was great. Let's keep going.
All right, ask me a question now about grammar.
Sure. Let's do a grammar question. Can you tell me what you usually do on the weekends? Try to use the present simple tense for that.
On the weekends, I would get up late in the morning because that's the day I sleep in. Um, I would go and have breakfast outside, and then I would come back and tidy my flat.
Nicely said. One little tweak, instead of saying I would get up late in the morning, you can just say I get up late in the morning because we're talking about a habitual action. Other than that, that was perfect.
Okay, now can you ask me a question on pronunciation?
Of course, let's try a pronunciation challenge. Can you say the sentence, the weather this weekend is absolutely beautiful? Let me hear how you say it, and then I'll help you out if needed.
The weather this weekend is absolutely beautiful.
That was really good. Your pronunciation was quite clear. Just a tiny note on the word beautiful. Make sure that the beau part sounds nice and smooth, like beautiful. Um, Other than that, you did great. Let me know if you'd like to try something else.
Okay, now stop ChatGPT. You see the way it works there? Okay, let me show you something else. Now, if I press this button here, it's going to end the conversation for the moment. But watch. Here we have effectively a transcript of what we've said. So if I don't understand something and I want to hear it all back again, these are my questions and these are the answers. Now, if I don't understand what ChatGPT has said, all I simply do is click on that part and press replay.
Nicely said. One little tweak, instead of saying I would get up late in the morning, you can just say I get up late in the morning because we're talking about a habitual action. Other than that, that was perfect.
Right, now I'm going to show you something else. Let's go down a little bit more. I want to look now at a video. How can we use a video, for example, to practice questions, to practice speaking? Here I have a video on why does Japan have so few children. Now, I'm not going to play all of this, but I'm going to play some of it. But the first thing I need to do is let's get a transcript. So if we just go down a little bit here to where it says more, and then I'm going to show the transcript. Now the transcript is here on the other side. Now sometimes you will see time stamps here on the left hand side, and if you go up to these three buttons, let's say it was like that, there's the timestamps. You don't want those, so let's remove those. So you just toggle it back again to no timestamps. So I'm going to play a bit of this and then let's see what happens. Okay.
Now, the number of children in Japan is at its lowest since 1950. Figures released by the Internal Affairs Ministry says there are just over 14.6 million children in the country under the age of 14. Japan's falling birth rate and high life expectancy are placing huge pressures on public spending and resulting in labour shortages.
Okay, so I'll stop that there. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the transcript. Oops, need to go a little bit better than that. I'm going to take it, where is it? Just 1 second while I just find that exact bit. Okay, I found that point, so I'm going to bring it up and I'm going to copy all of this right up to the top here. That's not much, it's only 22 seconds. I didn't get it all, but I'll get it all now and copy it up to the top there. Okay, I'm going to copy and paste this, and I'm going to go on to back to ChatGPT, and I'm going to put it in there, and I'm going to paste it in there. And now I want to confirm everything, so I just put that in, click there, and it's going to review what we've put in. Okay, it's a short little bit. Okay, now I'm going to ask it to talk to me. Okay, so let's do this. Again, remember to press on the voice mode here. Hi, can you ask me some questions based on the transcript I have just added? Again, make these at B2 level and correct my grammar and punctuation.
Of course, let's dive into some questions based on that transcript. Here we go. How many children under the age of 14 are currently in Japan? Since what year has Japan not seen such a low number of children? What are the two main factors contributing to the demographic issues in Japan? What are the consequences of these demographic changes on public spending and the labor market? Feel free to answer when you're ready, and I'll help you with any grammar or pronunciation points.
Okay, but would you ask me each question separately, and then when I've given your answer or my answer, please correct it and then go on to the next question.
Absolutely, that works perfectly. Let's start with the first question. How many children under the age of 14 are currently in Japan?
1.6 million.
That's close. The transcript actually mentions that there are just over 14.6 million children under the age of 14 in Japan. Great try, though. All right, let's move on to the next question. Since what year has Japan not seen such a low number of children?
Since 1952.
That's really close. The transcript actually mentions the year 1950 as the last time the number was this low. But you were definitely in the right range. All right, let's go on to the next question.
Okay, now I've deliberately stopped it there, but you get the idea. Now, what had happened was she gave me all the 4 questions at once. I didn't want it that way, so I corrected it there, okay? And exactly, she will do that as well. If she's talking too fast, ask her to slow down. It's not a problem. Literally, this is like talking with another person. I do refer to her as she. I do apologize. Well, not really. You see how ChatGPT can work for you. Please use it. Please practice with it. You'll have a lot of fun. Okay? So I hope that gives you some idea. Let's have it a go. And if you've got any queries, please come back to me. Okay? Take care.